Hello everyone, I'm Lisa Beth and I will be your tour guide today as we explore my new hometown in Storybook Vale. We will be taking a stroll through the Biome where it is autumn every day of the year. This guided tour takes place during daytime, but there will also be a brief walkthrough at night at the end of the tour. And just a reminder as we go through that flash photography is allowed in case you want to capture any areas that might inspire your new home. Now let's go ahead and start the tour. So I'm going to start the tour on the bridge over the bind. I currently only have half of the biome decorated, but that's because I'm waiting for angle decorating to come to DDV, which is coming on the December 4th update. So it's very, very soon. And I will be doing more decorating after that. But for now, I just did half of the biome to kind of set up a home base. And I set up a town and farm area. As we turn around on the bridge here and get started, I really love these features in Storybook. I think they're so pretty, and I love that we have these features, but then also the wide open biomes. That's my favorite part of this world so far. And I thought these grand staircases leading up to this bridge was a perfect place to set up a train station. So, and as you can see, the train and the tracks fit perfectly in the middle here. I kept it very easy to walk around and very simple, so I just added some benches and planters. And I set up the Main Street entrance. I used that item for my train station entrance, and I think it looks really pretty, especially because I flanked it with the two haunted gazebos, and I think the colors look really pretty with all the foliage from the bind. And I love this circular area here. I think it's really different from what we have, and I love that this fountain fits perfectly in the middle here. There's several fountains that fit perfectly. So if that's something that interests you, definitely play around with the fountains that are in the game. And I just added some bushes for some extra color, just really simple and walkable up there. Now, as we come down the steps here, you'll see that it is a lot more detailed as we go into town. I wanted it to feel just very full, but also it's very walkable as well. Now, I love the items that we're getting in this DLC, and I've unlocked several items so far. Screw getting in the way, you're rude. The first item that you unlock when you play the DLC is this lamppost. It's from the very first tapestry that you do when you're talking to Merida, and I absolutely love them. And they go so well with this autumnal fountain that I unlocked. I thought they kind of encased it very nicely. With the bind, one thing that I'll say is that with the foliage and the grass color, everything is very similar colors with the red and orange tones. So I wanted to break that up, and I did that in a couple different ways. First of all, I used the white brick pathing. I originally used the Main Street pathing, but I felt it was very dark with all the reds and oranges already in the biome with the foliage, and then also the fence that I chose to use. So I broke it up with the white brick path, but I used the Main Street path sort of interspersed in certain areas. And the other way that I chose to bring some more color to this was to bring in some greens and some pinks. I absolutely love these bookcase fences and playing around with them, that if you put a couple together and leave a space in the middle, they can work really well as planters. And I chose to use this Lilo and Stitch hibiscus bush, which is a premium item because it was from a premium bundle, Lilo and Stitch bundle. But they work really well there. If you don't have that, I'm sure there's other items that will fit there just as nicely. And I used these green beautiful trees as well as these bushes with the pink flowers just to break things up. Now, as we come over here, this is the other entrance in the bind. This bridge goes over to the other half of the bind, but we're going to go this way into town. And I set up the fountains so that they're kind of symmetrical. I wanted to feel a little more symmetrical here. I do have some more natural areas too, though. She is focused on that bird, Flynn. But I did create a lot of sitting areas throughout my biome just to make it feel cozy and again play up that storybook feel of, being all about fairy tales and stories. As we come through here, we have Goofy's stall. Now off to the left is my farm. However, we're going to do that last, but I thought Goofy's stall was a good transition piece going into town here. And here is the entrance to the town, basically. I absolutely love these skins for Scrooge's and Remy's shop. They're so pretty. The colors, I just love everything about them, and I hope that they give us more skins for the shops in the future. I think they're amazing. Now, off to the right here, we have a ticket booth, and you're probably wondering, well, what is the tickets for? Well, as we go over here, what I have here is a hayride area. This is the waiting area for the hayride. And funny enough, I actually had a regular carriage. It was a carriage from a Little Mermaid bundle, and I had it set up for a carriage ride. However, on Wednesday, they released premium items that were a harvest bundle, and it came with 4 items, and one of them was this hayride. And I was so excited because I had already finished my build and I hadn't recorded this tour yet, so I decided to plop in some of these items that fit perfectly where I wanted. So now it's a hayride around town instead of just a carriage ride, which I love for the autumnal theme. And in the back, I have the clock tower there. It's just a backdrop, and I think it looks really pretty there. Now, turning around this way, this is a premium house skin, and I do have a lot of premium items, to be honest. But there's definitely going to be ways that if you want to kind of recreate this, you can find things that you could use in place of it. You might be able to use like Goofy's house, because that has similar color scheme, or maybe there's another skin that you do have that might work. And so before we go in the Halloween shop, because I do have it decorated inside, we're going to take a look outside. Here I have a cozy sitting area where you could just relax and take in the fall weather, have a cup of coffee, and maybe read a scary book because you're in the Halloween mood. And we have some pumpkins and candles outside, which they do sell inside. And over here we have a fortune teller area. You can get your fortune told if that's something that you're into, but do be advised that you do that at your own risk, because I have no idea what she is going to tell you. All right, so we're inside my Halloween shop, and I wanted it to feel really old and rustic, sort of like a boutique Halloween shop and not like a party city, so I wanted it to feel a little more like that. Now, I set up 4 areas where you could get different themed items, so I'm going to just take you through real quick and show you those. Over here, we have the monsters area if you want to dress up as a monster for Halloween and get some decor or some posters. Also, over here, we have the witchy area, which I love. I love Jack Skellington's bookcase. I'm still bitter that the cauldron is not filled up. I don't know that they'll ever change that. I wish they would, though. And this is the witch's outfit that came with one of the moonstone bundles. It was, you could get this one item and the moonstones. I kind of needed the moonstones anyway, so I ended up getting the bundle, but I think it looks really cute here. I really had fun dressing up the mannequins and picking, which costumes I should use. And I love this window too. That's the Queen of Hearts window that was part of a premium bundle of windows that is really, really cute and works perfect for a Halloween shop. Over here we have the Mr. Incredible outfit. Now, these are handmade, so that's why they are enclosed. They are more expensive, so you do have to ask to try that on. And over here we have more common Halloween items like pumpkins and a Sally outfit with the haunting paintings. And of course we have the checkout area, which I kept very simple. You can come and get some free candy though when you check out, and of course our employee is dressed up as the Queen of Hearts for Halloween, and I think she looks absolutely fabulous. All right, let's go back outside and finish taking a look at the town and then my farm. As we come back into town, we can walk through the hayride waiting area. However, we're going to go back around here so you can get a good look at Scrooge's shop. And as we're walking over here, I wanted to mention that I used a lot of these autumn leaf piles. They're so pretty. They are a new foliage item with the bind, and I wanted to feel a little more alive. That's why I added the bike here as well, just to feel like people are sort of roaming around and busy, like Goofy and Scrooge are here. They look so cute. Over here we have a little pottery shop where you can get some woven baskets and some handmade pots. And again, I love the Scrooge's shop skin, and I wanted it to feel rustic yet elegant, so I added some of these crates and barrels because they just got a shipment in. And then for the elegant touches, I added some of these green plants, the columns, and these Princess and the Frog lily pads work perfectly on them. And I added the yellow benches for an extra pop of color. Now, as we come around here, Remy's I kept very, very simple, and that's because I have a whole dining area for Remy's over here. I enclosed this area and I added the fast travel fountain because it is relatively close to my house, which we'll see in a moment. And I think it just makes a really nice centerpiece, and I kept it really simple right around the fountain so I have easy access to it. And then over here we have a dining area, and I had this built as well. I had the benches and different tables and chairs, but when that hayride harvest bundle came in the shop this week, I swapped it out for this harvest table and chairs, and I absolutely love the way they look. I think they look so pretty, and they work perfectly with the bench. So that's an idea for you if you want to set up sort of a fall dining area. Also, the cornucopia on the center of the table, that was broken initially. However, at the time of this video, it was fixed yesterday. So by the time you see this, it'll probably be 2 days ago it was fixed. So if you have that item you thought it was broken, it's fixed now. We also have an ice cream truck here where you can get some ice cream and some popcorn. Over here we have a natural transition area. I added some stone clusters, and I absolutely love these flower paths. These are a foliage item that you can unlock with one of the tapestries. I also added some patches of green grass just for an extra pop of color again. Now, this is my house. This is the back entrance to my house, and we're not going to go through there just yet. I just wanted to show this cute little barbecue area that I set up. I kept it really, really simple because everywhere else is a little more detailed, so I just kept it very, very simple. So you can see how close the well is to my house, but I'm going to take you through the front entrance of the farm, and we'll take a look at my farm real quick. All right, so we're back at the town entrance, and we're going to take a look at my farm. And in order to transition to the farm area, I added some more foliage, these logs with a candle, which I love, some mushrooms, which they glow at night, and I'll take you through a quick walkthrough at night after we're done here. Again, the natural path. One of my favorite foliage items is this tree with the hills, and it has the leaves, the bushes, the scattered books. I just love the volume and height that it gives, and that we can place it where we want as long as we have the room. I absolutely love that. Before we go into the farm, I just want to show this small area. And it's perfect timing because Belle is here ready to read a book. She's checking out the books. I rode my bike over because it was a nice day, and we have a cozy little reading area by the water here. You can sit by candlelight, enjoy the view. Obviously, Belle loves it, so I'm very happy about that because I did keep Belle in mind when I was building this whole area and just decorating the biome in general. And here is the entrance to my farm. I currently live in the Bella house again. That is my home. And this is just a nice little seating area with some foliage. I added some of the Mythopia yellow trees as well because they add a nice pop of color in addition to the reds and the oranges. As we go over here, this is what I call my home base, where I have my crafting table and I have a cooktop. This is a new cooktop that I got from Scrooge's the other day. And I'm not sure if it's a DLC exclusive item, but I thought it worked really nicely here, so I used that. I have a nice little fire pit and a rocking chair where you can have a hot cup of cocoa too. Now, this area is probably one of my favorite spots. Oh no, not the Forgotten. Oh, Forgotten does not want to leave me alone. And it's a nice little reading and writing nook. Again, I used the trees with the hills behind it for a little bit of volume. And I just added a lot of books around so you could have your choice of reading, and a nice little writing table. This is a table and candles that you unlock in crafting that you can make with the DLC. Now, as we go over here, we have my farm, and I really just kind of kept it really simple over here. I just added some farm items, and so I can easily harvest things and have room to harvest. And this is one of my favorite new items. This was also part of the harvest bundle. You can interact with it, and it shoots out these leaves, which I absolutely love. I'm definitely going to use these in a dream snap this week. I'm so excited to use it. I'll have to play around with it, but I'm so ready to use that. But I think the farm turned out really pretty. And over here we have what I call my cottage guest house. This is the cottage house skin that came with the magical edition of the Storybook Vale DLC. So you did have to pay an extra $20 on top of the DLC, but you got several items and outfits. And I absolutely love this cottage. So I just made it a little guest house with some rocking chairs where you can have a nice view of the water. And that's really, the tour as far as this part, the daytime portion of the tour. I think it turned out really pretty. I'm really in love with this build. I really I was just so in love with these biomes. But I'm going to sit here for a moment, and then I'm going to come back and I am going to take a quick walk through at night where we have the lights on. And that will wrap up my fall town and farm tour. I would like to thank you for joining me today. I had so much fun decorating and putting this tour together. Let me know in the comments what decorating plans you have for Storybook Vale and whether you think it will be your permanent home in Dreamlight Valley. If you enjoyed this tour, I would appreciate it if you could give this video a like. And if you are interested in signing up for future tours, be sure to subscribe to my channel. I hope you have a happy and wonderful day.